welcome to Sahara Sabka. Today we will be discussing more about anxiety, what anxiety is, how can we prevent it, what are the precautions that we can take for it, and also we'll understand what are the symptoms for it, so that will help us. And to answer all these questions, Dr. Alpa Doshi will be joining us. She has an experience of more than 10 years as a therapist. So, let's understand what it is from Dr. Alpa Doshi. And if you guys have any questions, you can drop a message and we'll be answering them at the end of the session. So, feel free to do that. Other than that, if anyone is already understands what is anxiety and are facing any kind of issues, please to understand what should be done next, and we'll be discussing that also. So stay connected for that. The rest of the answers, I think Alpa Doshi is the best to give these answers. So welcome, guys. Hi, welcome, doctor. We were
Hi,
just
hi.
introducing you, and was just talking that we'll be speaking about anxiety today.
Right.
So let's start to it. We want to understand what exactly anxiety is.
So anxiety is a like everyone gets anxious some or the other time. For example, you have to write an exam, and before exam you feel little bit anxious. Your heartbeat runs fast, or your palm gets sweaty. Uh, while stage performance, you really get anxious before performance. But once you get in the situation, once you get into your own task, you get into the flow. Your anxiety goes away, eventually. People who has anxiety disorder feels anxious in every small situations. Like anxiety disorder or anxiety issue is something wherein people start thinking irrational things. You know, the opposite person is going to judge me if I'll say something, if I'll talk. What if I will not be able to talk the way he wants to listen? Or I am going through a public transport and somebody is gazing me. I'll feel anxious. Oh, am I appearing appearance is looking good or it's vague? So every small things, if is worrying to someone, individual, then it is called anxiety disorder. Anxiety is also something wherein you also feel like there's different kinds of anxiety. One is social anxiety. One is separation anxiety, wherein you feel anxious about getting separate from your parents or getting separate from your kids, for which you start over caring to your kids or for your parents, is also a kind of anxiety. Anxiety is also about a open space or a very close place. So there are many people who feel anxious about very small and very petty things, wherein there's no point to get anxious about. So they start thinking all irrational thoughts. They have all irrational beliefs, and then which leads to somewhere being lonely, getting out of the situation, running away from the situation, don't want to handle the situation, having the flight response as if I from this is what is anxiety. Apart from this, there is also generalized anxiety disorder. Every small thing, like if the person has to go down and buy something, will I be able to buy the right thing? Will that shopkeeper be really tugging me? He will charging the actual amount I'm supposed to pay. So being skeptical about everything is also a kind of anxiety disorder. Sometimes everybody is skeptical about situations or things, but if you are always, worrying and thinking about every small thing, then, there's a red flag and you really need to take a help.
Okay. So, like a lot of people do feel anxious when they are doing any kind of a task, or are going through a stage fear or something like that. But if they are having constantly for any PT issues, then you should.
Then go and take a help. Now, some amount of anxiety, some amount of, voice is break. Mm-hmm.
Can you just repeat it again? We lost you actually. The network issue.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I didn't get your question. Like, there was a buffering in between. Like you were
Okay.
lost.
Sorry. So I was asking you, like, if a person is feeling this anxious, what should be done? Because in these particular scenarios, right, as you were saying, if any kind of anxiety is occurring for all the PT issues, and
Right.
it's happening very frequently, then what should a person do in those scenarios?
The very first thing is start working on thoughts. Because it is your thoughts which is making you feel anxious. Now there are two types of fear or anxiety, you can say. One kind of anxiety is something wherein the situation is not harmful. The harm is over here, like the threat is over here, just over here, not in the actual situation. Is anxiety. And actual fear is something wherein, for example, for instance, a tiger is coming and standing in front of you.
Yeah.
Then obviously you should be getting anxious. But if you're going by bus, if you're going by any public transport, you feel anxious about it. If you are talking to someone and you feel you're being you're being judged by the opposite person and feeling anxious about it, being conscious about it, then this is really like it. Your day-to-day life is not going very smooth. You are somewhere being concerned every time, every hour in your life.
So you
Yeah.
should be working on your thoughts for these things,
The
and
very first thing is work on your thoughts. The second thing is exercise and meditation. You feel anxious because somewhere, your thoughts are overpowering, and to somewhere control your thoughts and make it silent, you really need to meditate and be aware about your body, be aware about your mind, about your thoughts. So second is meditation, exercise, yoga. Third is have a very balanced and healthy food. Again, very important. And fourth
uh,
is have a plenty, like a good amount of sleep. Put 7 to 8 hours of sleep. And whenever you are getting anxious, like currently, probably yeah.
we lost you there. What is your fourth point? Fourth point.
Fourth is have a enough of sleep, 7 to 8 hours of sleep.
Sleep. Okay.
Okay. Secondly, if say for instance, I am talking to you, so I'm preparing for this session, for example, and I'm feeling very anxious about it. So what I can do is I can just close my eyes and concentrate on my breathing, concentrate on all the body parts, whichever part is reacting. If my hand is sweating, I'll concentrate on my hand and I'll say, it's okay, everything is going to be fine. If my heartbeats are running fast, I can keep my hand on my heart and say, everything is okay, everything is well, it's okay, you can handle it. So the more you will become conscious about what all body reaction is coming and keeping your hand on it and saying that it's okay, everything is fine, your body reactions will somewhere.
Sorry for
Yeah,
that. Yeah,
no
sorry.
problem. You will feel much more normal, and then go and handle the situation. You can take your time, be calm yourself, and then go and take the handle the situation.
Correct.
Yeah.
So this can be handled by our own self by controlling our thoughts, doing exercise,
Right.
eating
Right.
proper food, and
Right.
getting proper sleep.
And being aware of your body reactions. How is your body reacting? If you be aware and mindful about it, to a greater extent, you will be able to handle your own anxiety by your own self.
Okay.
You will not require much of the help from outside.
Okay. So most of the times it can be handled by our own self.
By
Uh,
self.
yeah. So how should we? So if it is going to an extreme, then we should be consulting a therapist or something like
Yes. If it is going extreme in hardly one or two situations in a month or a year, it is absolutely fine. But very frequently, it is going up to extreme and it is somewhere affecting your day to day life, handling or leading your day to day life. Then, of course, yes, you should go and see the therapist because your irrational thoughts is somewhere, somewhere controlling you, controlling your mind, and it is limiting your self worth and somewhere making you feel self pity about it. So, then yes, you should go and meet the therapist. Yeah.
that. So Gary is actually sending us a smiley faces. Thank you so much, Gary.
I also sorry. Thank you, Carrie.
Yeah. Okay. And so if we know someone who is going through this, and if they're going through maybe not so extreme cases, but normally if they're getting anxious, how can the other person help in those situations?
You can go and sit with them. You can ask them, what is going on in your mind. Okay. Sometimes what happens is you multiply your thoughts so much in your mind. It runs so fast in your mind that you don't know how to control it. The moment another person will ask, you will be able to stop it and somewhere line it up. Okay, the moment you will listen to yourself, you will understand and have an insight. Oh, I'm thinking so, such like those these irrational thoughts are really somewhere controlling me and making me feel anxious. So the very first thing, ask that person what is going on in your mind, what is happening there. Secondly, you can be there, you can give them a glass of water, make them drink glass of water by sitting somewhere. It will calm them, ask them to be relaxed, have your like, take your own time, and then be with that person to handle the situation. Just be there, let him handle himself, or let him handle it by himself. You don't get into handling the situation, but yes, you can stand there and tell him, or tell her that I am here with you, and you please go and handle it. If anything goes against you, I'm there to handle with you. So that this will build confidence in them and they will be able to handle. Secondly, these people are having very inferiority complex, low self-worth, low self-esteem. So ask them to work on their self-worth, self-esteem. They don't have trust on themselves. The major issue is trust. They have to build trust on themselves. The moment they start building trust, they start loving themselves, this problem will start going down, like reducing down
Okay.
of anxiety. So trust and love factor is again very like it plays a very important role. The lower the trust, the lower the love for self, higher the anxiety, higher the depression.
So they should work more on their self confidence.
Trusting self and loving self.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So one more thing is that these people normally are able to work around and do everything like this. But who else can get these issues? Like, is there any age bar or anything, or is it again possible for everyone to get this anxious? So are
Uh,
there?
There's no age bar again. There's no age bar. A small child once the child may start socializing, okay, if at all his in and around or environment at home or in school is not very much favoring to the child will start having anxiety issues and anxiety problem. Now I would also like to add over here, people whose parents are very overcaring doesn't allow their kids to take their own decision. Every time parents take their decision or every time parents are there with the kids, to handle any problem or any situation, these children doesn't have like will lack confidence in themselves because they've never handled things by themselves. So
Hmm.
one is over caring is not right from the parents' side. Okay. Secondly, if the parents are very authoritarian, very dominating, okay, and always controls the child in a very strict way,
Yeah.
again the child can have anxiety problems, anxiety issues. Third, if the parent is very neglecting, have never paid attention on child and child's success and progress and never appreciated a child or acknowledged their success, again
Yeah.
the child will have doubt on self and then this doubt will then convert into anxiety. So parents plays a major role in the child's mental health, positive mental health. If the child is if the parenting is not given in a right way, somewhere that there are very high chances the child will go through some of the other mental health issues, and one of the major mental health issues is this anxiety.
Okay. So
Yeah.
we have to be like really careful about how
So
we are.
yeah, so if we want to prevent anxiety in a person, somewhere parents or friends plays a major role. Also, maybe parents are doing their job really well, but in school or in college or in office, like in the career, if they have been bullied, if they have been grounded, again they feel anxious. So
Yeah.
anxiety is more of environment and not much of heredity doesn't play much of the role, but more of environment which plays a role for a person to become anxious. Yeah.
So if a person is having like high level of self-esteem and high level of self-confidence and self-trust, is it possible for that person to also get anxiety issues?
Absolutely. And in see some level of anxiety everyone feels. Each and every person,
Hmm.
even prime minister, president, everyone feels. And some level of anxiety is very good for health. Also, it helps you be motivated. For example, you have to make a very important decision, and this decision is going to affect lives. You don't know positively or negatively, but you have to take the decision. You will obviously feel anxious. You know what will be the outcome of this decision. Okay, but you don't have choice. You have to take a decision. Like all these politicians or directors of the company, CEOs of the company, they all feel anxious some or the other day, some or the other time, even if they are highly confident. And it is okay to feel anxious. It will majority of time it will help you to reach to a right decision or help you to take right actions,
Hmm.
but the level of anxiety has to be very minimal, or at sometimes at a moderate level is also fine, but if it goes severe every time then there is a problem.
Oh, okay. So this anxiety and panic attack. So
Mhm.
they somewhere similar or
they
how
are they
this?
are in a panic attack is an extreme thing of anxiety, extreme part of anxiety. For example, if many people, many of them has blood phobia. Okay,
Hmm.
or many of them get panic by seeing cockroach or lizards.
Okay.
Okay, and you start reacting very impulsively on it. Or when if somebody sees a blood has been taken, gets faints then and there. Then this is the extreme. Uh, on a same and on a line of anxiety, this the extreme thing comes is panic attacks.
Okay.
It's
So
a same or yeah, it's the same thing. The panic attack is the extremes of anxiety.
being part of it.
Yeah, it's the part of it.
Okay. So what should be done if you get a panic attack? Like not to the case where you're fainting or something, but
Mhm.
in an extreme level where your heartbeat is raising and a lot of other things are happening. But so what should be done in those scenarios?
So you know what you get panic of. Like almost everyone knows what they get panic of. You have
Yeah.
to start having a systematic desensitization. For example, if somebody gets panic of cockroaches or lizard or any insect or any animal, okay, like many of them get panic of dogs and snakes.
Correct.
So have a systematic desensitization. First you can start having a home screen on your laptop or on your mobile of that particular insect or an animal. So for example, if I am scared of cockroaches, I'll keep cockroach ka image on my mobile. Okay, so on home screen. So whenever I am picking up my mobile, I'll see cockroach
Yeah.
image. Okay. I know it's awful, but if you want to get out of it, this is
Definitely.
the best way to get out of it, I'm telling you. And after a week, you can. No, no, but psychologist does this. Like this is how they help clients to get out of their panic attacks or anxiety. Then second step is wherever the cockroach. Say for example, you have a 2 BHK flat or a 1 BHK flat,
Yeah.
and cockroach is there in bedroom. So stay calm in a hall or in the kitchen, knowing that cockroach is there in the bedroom. Okay, for one whole week you can be there wherever the cockroach is, not in the same room but another room, but you know that there is a cockroach in this room, a lizard in this room. And third step is you can be in the room with someone by holding hand of somebody of your loved ones, maybe your parents, your siblings, your partner,
Yeah.
and you can stand away for 20 feet, 20 feet away from the cockroach.
Yeah.
Okay, then you can, after a week, you can go close to the cockroach. So, slowly and eventually, you will be very much comfortable at least seeing the cockroach. Once you are comfortable seeing the cockroach, you so this thought starts working out. It starts becoming rational. That it's a very small insect and has no power to do any harm on you.
Correct.
So it takes time and it has developed, like it has taken all these years. Like if you are 25 or 30, you are getting scared of cockroach almost for 20 to 25 years. It takes time to get systematically desensitized, but yes, you can get over and above it in a month.
Okay. Okay.
So you have to go step
It's
by step.
mainly like anxiety and this panic attack are mainly because of your thought process
It is
and
only because of thoughts.
thought
Because
process.
in a given situation, one person is absolutely anxious, and another person is absolutely confident. If the situation is
Correct.
harmful, both of them has to be anxious, right? But if the
Yeah.
situation is unharmful, it's not harmful, both
Yeah.
can be confident. But it's about their life situations which are making them either anxious or confident. So it's just your irrational thoughts and irrational beliefs about that particular situation.
Correct. And even this self-esteem, self-confidence, trust also
Building
plays.
trust. Building trust and loving self is the utmost important if you want to get out of the anxiety.
Correct. Correct.
So loving self and trusting on self is very important.
Yeah. I guess
Yeah.
this is all the questions that we had actually we wanted to discuss about. So we got
Mhm.
into, we understood that, this can be because most of them, approximately 45 million of Indians are feeling such a way in just a year of time. So that is a really big issue. So, but
It is.
understanding that this is just a thought process and you have to just build yourself in a such a way that you don't feel anxious and have a panic attack or something like that. So maybe you
Right.
can build your self confidence, self trust, self love, and understand that this is happening, and accepting it that you are being anxious, and
True.
going through it, and just facing the fear in a way so that I
Right.
guess help.
You can face it systematically, like you can desensitize yourself in stages, in steps. But
Correct.
take a month's time and actively work on it.
So if I have a fear of snake or something like that, I can first look the pictures of them, and then I
Hmm.
can probably go through it, and go to a zoo
Hmm.
and watch a snake, and then maybe
Right,
be at the last stage I can carry a snake. So I guess
right, right,
we
right.
put it into a different stages.
True, true. That's how it works.
Okay. Thank you so much for that today. We really love this session, and thank you everyone
Thank
for
you.
joining this session.
Thank
And
you. Thank you so much.
session. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Thanks. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Yeah. Bye.